Welcome to Boone Memorial Presbyterian Church First Sunday School Online. So this is an experiment we're going to try to see if we can do Sunday School online for all of you boys and girls. My name is Karen, and I'm going to be leading this Sunday School class. Now, the first lesson we're going to talk about today is a story about Noah, and I'll bet you remember a story about Noah. I bet you've heard that. And Noah's story is found in the Old Testament in the very, very first book of the Bible. So in our story, God had created the earth, and everybody was happy, and everybody loved God, and they were nice to each other. But as the years went along, people started to be not so nice to each other, and they didn't listen to God, and they didn't believe in God anymore. So God decided he needed to start all over. He needed to wash everything clean and start all over again. But there was one man that he knew loved him and did what he was supposed to do, and this man's name was Noah. And Noah would do whatever God asked him to do because he believed in God and trusted God. Well, God had a special request of Noah. He wanted Noah to build a big boat called an ark. So Noah said, okay, and God said, and on this ark, I want you to have your 3 sons, your wife, and your 3 sons' wives. So I'm going to put those people up on the board too, because they were going to be with Noah on the ark. So there's his wife, and then we have Noah's 3 sons, and then we have their wives. So God gave Noah a plan for this big boat, and so the sons and Noah, they started to build, and they built, and they built, and they sawed, and they hammered, and it went on for a long, long time, and finally, they built the ark. And it was a big boat, and it's kind of strange because, look, it's on dry land. And as they were working, some other people would come along and they'd laugh and they'd say, "What are you doing, Noah? There's not even any water here." And Noah said, "I'm doing what God asked me to. And if you would like to come with us, you just have to obey God." Well, the people laughed. They didn't want any part of it. So the boat was done. So God said to Noah, "You have 1 week to get everything ready for the ark. And I want you to go out and I want you to get 2 of every kind of animal on earth and every kind of bird." So Noah said, okay. So he and his sons' wives and his wife started to collect animals. So let's see what they found. There's some burros they got, and elephants, and giraffes, and all sorts of animals, goats, and tigers, lots and lots. And God said you need to put all these animals into the ark. Now, if you were going to go on a trip on the ark, what do you think you would like to take? Probably some clothes and maybe some books, but you have to think about what you would like to take on the ark. And then with all these animals, which ones do you think that you would like to feed? Of course, they had to get lots of food and straw for the animals to live on, and probably some bedding for the adults and for the people on the ark. So I even have a few more things here. We have frogs, and we have monkeys, and I've got a kitten, and here's some birds. Well, so at the end of 1 week, they had everything ready. So God said to Noah, load the ark. So they started putting all these animals onto the ark. Lots and lots of work. So everything was loaded, and Noah and his wife and his children got on the ark too. And then it started to rain. So I have some rain clouds and some lightning. It rained and rained and rained. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, if you think about 40 days and 40 nights, that puts it, if it started now, it would be almost to Halloween. So it rained and it rained and it rained. And pretty soon the grass was covered up, and the trees were covered up, and even the big mountains were covered up. And we just have the ark with Noah and his family on the ark, and they couldn't see any land anywhere, no trees, no mountains. So that would have been kind of scary for them, but they trusted God and they believed in God. So pretty soon, and then after 40 days, it stopped raining and the wind started to blow, and Noah said, oh good, because that means that the land is going to dry out. So after 1 week, Noah sent out a dove, and I'm not sure where I put my dove. Oh, my dove fell on the floor. He sent out a dove to see if that dove could find a place to land, but the dove couldn't, and the dove came back. So Noah waited 1 more week, and this time the dove went out, but she came back with an olive branch in her beak. So Noah said, oh, there must be a tree someplace that she got on. So then she came back though, and then after 1 more week, he sent the dove out, and the dove didn't come back, which means the dove found some place for a home. So it's going to be time to let all the animals out pretty soon. And next time we'll find out what happens when they open the doors to the ark, and I'll get the grass back on here so it looks like the ark is back on green grass. Now, if you would like to come in a little later today at 11 o'clock for church, during church, after the children's message, you can go in the back, and we've got tables, socially distanced tables for each family. You can make an ark and put animals on it, and I'm going to grab these. You can make a white ark, you can make a black ark, and you can make a Noah, and then I've got animal crackers, boxes of animal crackers for each one of you, and you can find matches of animals that can go in your ark, and you can either glue them in, or I've got another way if you want to eat all of your animal crackers, that you can just put them in the ark, and I've got a way for them to stand up. So I hope some of you might consider coming in, and if not, you can do this craft at home, and next week we'll find out what happens when everybody comes off the ark. So would you like to pray with me? Dear God, thank you for taking care of Noah. Thank you for taking care of all of us. We trust you and believe in you, and just like you took care of Noah. Thank you. Amen.